Hi everyone and welcome to my morning report analysis videos on Wednesday the 6th of September with me, Richard Perry, market analyst at Hantec Markets. The dollar remains under pressure following on from a sharp decline that we saw yesterday. Those comments from Leo Brainard and Neil Kashkari from the FOMC certainly put the pressure on the dollar, suggesting that inflation was continuing to be a real issue. But Brainard is historically one of the or both of them actually, two of the most dovish members on the committee. But still, the dollar was significantly hit with Treasury bills sharply lower. Look at that 10-year falling away to lows not seen since Donald Trump became president on the 9th of November. And with the 2-year also lower, you're seeing this flattening of the yield curve, and that is reflected in this 2-10 spread, which is now at its lowest since August last year. So a 12-month low on that, 77 basis points there on the 2-10 spread. That doesn't bode well necessarily for the dollar going forward still. And we're seeing the trade-weighted dollar just falling away again, still under pressure today, as we see the euro starting to gain a bit of ground in front of the ECB. We're seeing the yen stronger, the sterling stronger. In fact, the only real market that isn't making headway against the dollar is the Aussie, and the Aussie is under a little bit of pressure following on from GDP, which slightly, and I say slightly, missed expectations today on the year-on-year, 1.8 on the year-on-year, although the quarterly was 0.8 and the year-on-year 1.8. Very slight miss on that Aussie data there. But the main focus for today for traders, in terms of the economic announcements anyway, is from the US. You've got the trade balance, non-manufacturing PMI, being the two key events there. Trade balance at 130. If I zoom down, there you are. Trade balance at 130, expected to deteriorate slightly, very slightly, to minus 44 billion there, minus 44.6 billion. Then you've got the ISM non-manufacturing. That is the key focus for today. 55.4, up from 53.9. So that would be, as I said, an improvement. But 53.9, I think, was a 9-month low last month. But then we've also got the Bank of Canada at 3 o'clock as well. Now, this is interesting because the Bank of Canada had, well, there is no expectation or little expectation of a rate hike. 75 on the consensus basis points on the rates is in line with last month. But we had strong growth data last month. So the balance could be a mildly sort of hawkish tilt in the rhetoric from the Bank of Canada, and whether that starts to sort of strengthen the Canadian loonie again. So my chart of the day is the silver chart. Now, commodity prices have been pushing higher. We've got this weakness of the dollar, and you've got the silver price that has now been in this uptrend channel since mid-July, so coming up to sort of 8 weeks or so. It's been pushing higher. And now we've pushed above the June high, that June high of 1775. That June high breakout this on Monday, and it's held that break for the last couple of sessions and continues to hold that break today. Now that breakout above 1775 effectively opens 1865, which is a huge pivot, effectively on a longer term basis. 1865 area is a key pivot, and is the 2017 high. And the momentum indicators are very strong. You've got the RSI above 70, MACD lines accelerating higher, stochastics strong as well. I think little corrections are going to be bought into now. You've got the market that on the hourly chart continues to sort of remain supported above all these sort of historic buying levels. You've got 40 on the hourly RSI, seems to be a strong entry point, 40 to 50. You've got neutral on the MACD lines, that's turning up around neutrals. This looks to be still a market with upside potential, I think, in this run higher, certainly having broken out and held up above 1775. It looks pretty strong. So any sort of unwinding move would be, I think, a buying opportunity. You've got that uptrend channel that comes in at 1745 area today, but certainly I think any little minor retreat, I think, would be seen as a chance to buy on the silver chart today. So I wish you good luck in your trading today, and I will speak to you later. Thank you.